Yo, what's going on? It's your counselor PolyRob, and welcome to the first episode of the PolyRob podcast. I don't want to give it no specific name because I don't want to confuse everybody with all the stuff that I'm doing right now. So it's just the PolyRob podcast. That's what we doing. It's just me talking my shit, doing what I do, and addressing some topics that some people don't touch on or some people don't like to talk about. So my objective is to touch on certain topics that I either got into a conversation with other people about, and I kind of want to expand it amongst everyone else. And then at the same time, I do so much in a day, working with my company, local astronauts, and producing and directing and doing a whole bunch of business with a bunch of different companies that I don't get a chance to actually talk to a lot of my loved ones and a lot of my friends. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of leisure time to kind of just converse with them. So I felt like that I wanted to, start a podcast to kind of, you know, inadvertently speak to them without actually calling everybody on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using this podcast as that platform to kind of stay in touch as well. I, I want to definitely go live from either Facebook Live. Right now, I'm on Instagram Live, or so many different broadcast live platforms because I want to talk to people. I want to talk to people. I want y'all to respond back to the different things that we're talking about in the actual podcast, and let's go for it. You know what I mean? So make sure you follow me on social media. Everything is Yo PolyRob What Up, which is YoPolyRobWhatUp. I know it's long, but bear with me. And of course, I'm gonna shout out whoever's on my live. You know what I mean? And we just finna go for it and do what we do. So, the topic that I want to talk about today is a topic I actually posted a post a couple of days ago on social media. I mean, everybody uses social media to kind of use that as a platform to expose whatever it is that you're doing. Me, I use social media to expose whatever we're doing at local astronauts, showing our production, showing the creative process of what we do. And then every now and then, I want to try to uplift people the best way possible. I'm always, if you know me, if you've been around me, I'm always the type of person to try to uplift, different people. And, I just want them to do well. I want people to do well. You know what I mean? So I posted a post on my social media, and it got a lot of responses. It got a lot of responses from a lot of people. So I felt like, you know what, let's just talk about this. And for those who are unclear about what I was talking about, I wanted to kind of further explain what was going on. So the post I put, it was a picture of I want to say it's Nas, but it looked like Kanye. They're in the studio and they're writing rhymes. And the post that I put was, if you don't do this every day, then you don't do this. That's the first thing. If you don't do this every day, then you don't do this. Chasing dreams is a full-time gig, so don't waste your time. So I put that post, because, I run into a lot of different people who want to get into the music game, into the music industry, and the misconception that they have is, yeah, I want to kind of gear myself up until I'm ready, and then when I'm ready, I'm gonna come to you, and then let's start getting things rolling. And in my opinion, that can be farther from the truth. That's farther from the truth, because if you really do this, if this is your thing, you don't wait until you're polished and you're ready to start doing it. You're doing it now. You're doing it now. We live in real time. You know what I mean? Like, a basketball player doesn't uh ready doesn't start to try out for a team when he feel like he ready. No, he trying out for the team to get better. Not only to play on the team, but he's trying to get better at what he's trying to do. He doesn't start playing basketball in college. He doesn't start playing basketball sometimes in high school. They start, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old playing basketball with the youngins, like being young. And then you work your way up into possibly becoming great. You know what I mean? And, my thing is they always say like, they always try to bypass the fact of like, oh yeah, we got to get money, so I got to prepare myself. Man, if you're good at what you do it every day, and then the world will show you something different that you've never seen before, which is opportunities will arise. Opportunities will come to you because you're consistently doing something every day. And this is not just music. This is not just the music industry. This is any profession you decide to do. Any profession you decide to do, you will have the opportunity to, or get opportunities because you're doing it consistently. Case in point, you're working at your 9 to 5. You getting 40 hours a week off. Then all of a sudden, they start asking you for overtime. So you're making the same amount of money, but now you're getting overtime. So you're getting overtime, you're working overtime. Now your hours is going from 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week, and now you hit 80 hours a week. So keep in mind, you're getting the same pay rate. Now, someone at the higher office notices you and says, you've been working 80 hours a week for the past 4 weeks. You've been going hard. You've been staying consistent at what you're doing. You know what? We're going to raise your pay rate. We're going to give you a new position, and we're going to pay you more. Did it come because you said, okay, I'm ready to get a new position? No, it came because you were being consistent on what you're trying to do. You're being consistent. And also what I put in this post is, this is for all the weekend artists. I started, but life got in the way. Creatives, hobbyists. Shout out to my boy Lex Lou. I used to do it, but I don't anymore. Friends. I sacrificed my dream for my family. Singers. And all the I wasn't making money, so I stopped. People that had a very good excuse to not chase your dreams. Let me talk about that for a minute. All of these type of people, all of these type of excuses. First off, let's understand this. These are good excuses. In the normal world, these are good excuses. These are things that actually happen. It's true. But let's understand this. It's going to always happen. It's going to always happen. It's going to always be, I need to get money. It's going to always be, I got a family to take care of. It's going to always be, something came up, life happened, so I had to stop. That's never going to end. Think about what you're saying when you say these excuses, when somebody asks you, why did you stop doing music? Why did you stop doing anything? Think about what you're saying. Oh man, something came up and I had to go get some money, man. Right, true. That's going to always be the case. You're going to always have to keep getting money. You live in a economically dominant city. We in LA. We in LA. We in LA. If you're in New York, if you're in Atlanta, if you're not in the countryside or overseas in some low level housing, you're going to always have money problems. It's going to happen. You got family. You're going to grow. Your family's going to grow. You're going to have more kids. You're going to have more responsibility. That's always going to happen. But always remember, the ones who figure out how to keep going while life is happening is the ones who are successful. Those are the same people that you look at and you admire and you say, damn, man, if I had an opportunity like them, I'll be on. Those are the same people. Those are the same people who took the responsibility that you're talking about, the money that you said that we all have to get, the problems that we all face. They took it on the chin, and still found a way to keep going. You think there's artists in this world, all the artists in this world that start off that are successful are the ones who don't have any children until they get in the game? Is that what you think? You think that everybody who's in the music industry first had to get in the music industry, be successful, and then start having a life? Is that what you really think? These are the things that I try to instill in everybody that come across me that say that they do music. Life is never going to stop kicking you in the fucking face. You got to find a way to keep perfecting and keep adding to your craft as you live life. That's what it is. Take my situation, for instance. I've been wanting to do music since I was 6 years old. That's what I want to do. It's just me. That's what I want to do. I've lost friends for it because I'm determined to do what I'm determined to do. And like everybody else, life happens. I've lost jobs, good paying jobs, because my whole objective was music is what I wanted to do. I've lost relationships because I'm so focused at what I'm trying to accomplish. It's hard for other people to see it the way that I see it. I've lost a lot of things because I had a goal of what that goal was supposed to blossom as. And I never let life, I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. Those are my superheroes. They the reason why I keep going. But my main thing is past the money, past the success, past my drive of just wanting to do music. When you talk about family and life, I want to be able to tell my kids, because it's going to become a time where they're going to get old or of age, and they're going to decide what they want to do. I want to be able to tell my children, no, you can be that. You can go ahead and chase that and take care of it and make a career out of whatever it is you want to do, and not be cliche. Not say it because it's the thing that parents are supposed to say. I'm saying it because I'm living it right now, or I lived it. Because I did it. You know what I mean? A lot of people in this world get, and let's talk about, I sacrificed my dream for my family. That's the number one thing that I hear from a lot of creatives. Oh man, I had a dream. This is what I wanted to do. And then, my family came up. I got pregnant, or I had a kid, or my grandmother got sick. I ended up getting married. I met someone in my life, and I love them. And I had to choose between chasing my dream and building a family. I hear that all the time. I hear it all the time. And my question to you is, for those people that say, I sacrificed my dream for my family. My question to you is, what do you think your family wanted? What do you think your children would want? Would your children want to see mommy or daddy become the best that they can be? Think about it. Do you think that your husband or your wife wants you to be the best that you can be? I would assume if you two are in love, that would be the goal. Be the best that you can be. Your sick grandmother. I would assume that your sick grandmother, one of her last dying wishes is for you to do what makes you happy. Why not? Why not do what makes you happy? And I get it, man. Trust me, I get it. We got bills, we got things to do, we got responsibilities. But at the same time, you can find a way to make time for the things that are important to you. Because those things are the things that helps you get through all this bullshit. Man, I know so many artists that they have full-blown families. Shout out to Head Crack. Shout out to my boy Head Crack from Dish Nation. They have full-blown families, family time. They taking care of their responsibilities to the utmost. And they still find a way to pursue their career and get it to a point where their career takes care of them and their family and the future of their family. Because that's the goal. That is the goal. For you to eventually have your profession or what you love to do take care of your family. It's the greatest thing. Hobbyists. Y'all know what a hobby is. A hobby is something that you take interest in doing, but don't want to pursue it as a profession. So for all the artists out there who don't want to truly pursue this rap shit or this hip hop shit or this R&B soul shit or trance, whatever your artistry is. If you really don't want to do it, or you don't want to pursue every element of it, every element, creative, business, etiquette, there's levels to this shit. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't pull up to the studio. Don't try to get studio time. Don't try to link up with artists and get features and pull up to the club and don't try to perform. Stop. Don't do it. If you do not want to go through it full-fledged and make a career out of it, stop. Stop playing with this game. This game not playing with you. This is music. This is creative. This is business. These people are taking care of their families with this shit because they are determined to get something out of it. You got to be determined. This is not a I do music on the weekends type thing. We do this shit every day, every day, every day. Today, we got music day in the studio. Any artist that's around the LA area can come in and work on some music and blend with other artists, other musicians, other creatives, and do some shit. Get to it. In other places, there's other opportunities like that. But we do that because we're creatives. We're always creating. Always. Every day we creating. Thursday just happened to be the day that we tell everybody else that's around us, man, come create with us. And we do that because we understand that everybody can't be in the studio every day. We get that. Everybody can't be in the studio every day. But that don't mean you don't work on your craft. Man, I used to be at Fry's Electronics, Manhattan Beach. And this is probably one of the reasons why, they let me go. Because I would be in the backstop writing rhymes on my piece of paper, making beats on the shelves, create a beat. So when I go home, I'll have something to start on because I had a studio in my house. And when I didn't have a studio in my house, I would still write rhymes in my notebook. So that time when I did have an opportunity to get in the studio, I'll be ready. These are small elements that let you know and let other people know that you do this every day. Everybody that know me, they know I do music. Why? Not because I go around screaming that I'm a producer or engineer. It's because when you feel like that you want to tap into wherever I got going, you're going to see undoubtedly that I'm getting to whatever I get to, which is music. I get to it. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. Life happens. I know it. It's hard. But always remember, the ones who want it the most are the ones who figure out the way to keep going in the midst of the storm. In the midst of the storm, these are the people who know or figure out how to keep going. Very important thing. Because for all you, I'm trying to make money, life got in the way, sacrifice my family, all of that, it's all great excuses that's going to stop you from doing everything in life that you want to do. Trust me. I see artists right now that always say, oh man, I want to do some music, but I be working all the time. On your break time while you eating, write some fucking lyrics. Write some lyrics, trust me. Somebody will come along and bless you with some free studio time. I know people who got kids. I know a lot of people who got kids. I know people who set up studio time and bring their kids in the studio and they make sure the studio environment is equipped so their kid can be in there sound, cool, and they can go ahead and get to their music. I've done it. I've done it plenty of times. No, I'm heading to the studio. I got my two boys with me. They're going to be in the corner with their tablets doing their thing, and I'm finna get to it. And then, the funny thing about it is, when you have those responsibilities, you tread even better. You work on things a lot more closely and you pinpoint a lot of different elements that you need to succeed when you do have responsibilities. So responsibilities shouldn't hold you back. It should help you gear yourself to be even more professional and more profound and more in tune with what you got to do. It's going to help you. Let your responsibilities help you become great instead of stopping you from becoming great. I'm going to say it again. Let your responsibilities help you be great instead of stopping you to be great. Do you do this? That's what we're talking about here. Do you do this? Ask yourself that question. Think about it for a minute. Whatever it is you want to do, rapper, singer, painter, contractor, basketball player, football player, it don't matter. Whatever it is you want to do, think about this. I'm setting up business right now as I'm talking to y'all. Think about this. Do you really do this? Do you do it every day? Do you do it consistently? Not no weekend, I'm going to do this on the weekends. No, do you do this? For real. Even football coaches, they made the games may be played on the weekend, but guess what? They practicing. The kids is practicing. The coaches is writing up plays. Every day they contributing to whatever's going on with that football team. Every day. Coaches, same thing. Every day. You're a coach, you got to stay on it every day. The games might be played on the weekends, but you got to stay on it every day. Especially, like, if you're creative and you don't have no money, oh, man, that is the best time. That is the best time to create, when you broke. When you broke, it's the best time to create. You know why? It's because all you have is you and your thoughts. You and your thoughts. That's it. You can be free. When you have money, you're thinking about, let me go promote this. Oh, let me go set this up. Let me go get this radio interview. Let me pay for this billboard. And then now you're thinking about all that type of stuff. So now when you start to create records while you got money, you like, okay, let me create a record I could go for the radio because I could put money into radio and I could start doing this and doing that. And then all of a sudden you lose your element of full creativity. You lose that element. But when you broke, you ain't got no money for radio. You have no money to make no CDs, no money for PR promotion, no money to do anything but just create. It's the best time. It's the best time because you can just be free. You can be free with your creativity. You can do whatever type of song you want because you're not worried about where it's going to go. You can do whatever type of production that you want because you're not concerned about if it's going to be in a club or not. You can put whatever feature you want on there that you're tangible to because you're not worried about if they got a following to make you big. That's a great place to start from because now you're doing something from the heart instead of doing something from the mind. You're doing something straight from the heart instead of doing something from the mind. These are the unwritten jewels that people don't tell you about music. Music is meant to heal. Music is meant to drive. It's meant to console. It has passion. It's meant to help fix all the things that might be wrong with your energy or your glow. That's what music does. You can get dressed in a mirror, or you can get dressed in the mirror to Beyonce. Y'all know that that's different. You know what I mean? You can drive your El Camino, or you can drive your El Camino to the Isley Brothers. play the Ozzy Brothers or play Marvin Gaye or Teddy Pendergrass. It's a different feeling. These are the things that we chase for. These are the things that we chase for. And the last thing, before I get out of here, people always talk about the element of music not being so important when you're trying to chase being an artist or being in the spotlight or being someone who creates music for TV and film. People always talk about it not being so important. But let me tell you from my experience, from the people who have no money to the people who have everything, music drives all. Music drives all. So those creatives out there and those artists out there who think you have a small part in this world, you have a major part in this world. And that's why I'm here to tell you, please, please do everything you possibly can to give your music to the world. Because we need it. We need it. We have songs that changed the way we love people. We have songs that change the way we fight for our rights. We have artists who change the way we vote. We have artists who change the way we look at our fellow women, fellow men. We have music who changed the way we look at another race. Music is powerful, people. So all my creatives out there, I'm telling you, do you really do this? And if you don't do it, get out the way. But if you really want to do it, no amount of money, no obstacle, no problem, no family member, no friend, no coworker, no one can stop the determined. When you're determined, no one can stop you. And get you somebody around you that wants to help you get to that goal. Get somebody around you that wants to see you win. Because I want to see you win. We need you to win. That's all I have today. Just ask yourself, do you really do this? Because I really do this. For real. This is PolyRob. This is my podcast, the PolyRob podcast. I'll do a short podcast because I want to just talk to y'all. I just want to talk just to y'all. And I'm going to be dropping it. I don't have no set time. I just drop it when I drop it. So, man, check it out. It's going to be on SoundCloud. It's going to be on iTunes Podcast. And, of course, it's going to be on localastronauts.com and Local Astronauts YouTube as well. And, man, if y'all got any questions, y'all got any topics, please make sure y'all hit me. You know what I mean? I got a lot of good things going on. I got some new TV and film shit brewing up. We got the Broken Cuffs compilation coming through by my boy Doughboy. Shout out to Doughboy. We got Pure Ignorance Part 2 coming back, Season 2 with my boy Damo. So make sure you check out for that. And, you know, this is what we do, man. Local astronauts, man. Shout out to Badru. And please, from one creative to another, if you do this, do this. Signing off.